Hello there, boys and girls. How are you doing? No matter which age you are, welcome. I am teacher Zola of the School of Healing Martial Arts in Long Beach, California. I'm also a former secretary at the, state agency. Recently, one of my closest friends, the person who helped me encouraged me to get the job that I took, died of the coronavirus. And I was thinking about how much influence and how blessed I was to have her in my life. I also was thinking about all the people that I left behind when I no longer was working at that agency. And spending over 10 years in any one place, in any one job, or any one school, sometimes stays heavy on your mind. There are special people like Noah, who told me which freeway to take to get to the job. There's Tasha, with her encouragement and sharing of her life. There's Kimberly, also. There's Maria Navarro, and there's Linda, and Lily, and Lupe, and Elaine, and Teresa, and Stephanie, and Mike, and Lance. So many special people entering my life. And Carl, a special person who entered our lives and too soon left. And so this video is basically thanking all the special people that helped me become who I am today. And a special shout out goes to Jessica Owens, who was for a minute my coach while I was going to do track. And so, Jessica, I want to thank you for the medals I did earn on that day in 2014, where I won third place with the 50 meter. I ran 9.40, and the 100 meter I ran 17.81. Now, at that time, I was running with women between the ages of 65 and 69. And, when I was in high school, I was in track, but I had not been running or practicing since then. And so back in 2013, 2014, I started to pick up, and I was having difficulties trying to learn all the things that you need to know to do track. And I happened to be talking with some friends, and Jessica said, "Oh, I ran track. I could help you." And she stepped up to the plate. And I hope you've had other people who stepped up to the plate helped you too. Now, with Tessie's passing, or as we like to say in the African American community, she's gone home. That special place that I wanted to thank Tessie. And though when she was alive, she knew how much I totally appreciated her and her help and her encouragement. Now, since leaving the department, I don't get to see Scott and Carlos in the group running like they did at lunchtime. And that's an interesting thing to see professionals running at their lunchtime to do something good for their bodies. And when I left in 2017, I was doing 300 sit-ups every morning. Well, somehow or another, I got lazy. And now I'm up to 112. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be up to 114. I try to add 2 each day and be consistent in doing them. And I want to remind people who are thinking about retiring or who are in retirement that very quickly your body can start going south as opposed to north, and not improving as you would like it to. And so no matter what age you are, especially if you're after 50, there's a thing called the California Senior Games, and you can look it up online, and I assume that when the pandemic is over, they will be doing it again. And there's all kinds of things you could do. You could do swimming, if you can swim. There's baseball, there's high jumping, and things like that. Or there's track and field, which, like, I enjoyed running. And since at that time I was still dealing with a little bit of asthma, a little bit, I only ran the 50 and 100 meter. Now, also, way back in the day, I got third place in 2014 with the broadsword, the Dow, a lightning Tai Chi event. And I got second place in 2012 with the Dow. So, again, if you don't keep up your chops, then you go down. And with that, I want to suggest again, when you retire and the bell rings, the alarm clock rings, don't hit it and know you've got time to go to sleep. Get on up. Maybe an hour later, but get on up and start exercising. Or even now, start exercising. All right? A little bit and gradually build up. You can work exercises to work your knees and work your legs and your thighs. And I took a picture several months ago. And when I saw the picture, I was like, oh my God, how did they get all this? And slowly, this is going away. But it can sneak up on you, especially after you turn 45, 50, 55, 60, and at 71, I certainly don't want to have tires around my body. You know, even though I mainly do a lot of Tai Chi, and with the Tai Chi outfits, you're usually very loose, and so that you don't have anything pressing against you, but very relaxed. But as I progress and hopefully get my certificate to become a certified personal trainer, then I will be wearing more outfits that are similar to what you would do for showing how to exercise with running. All right, or with cardio. Now, say, as I was saying, when you retire, don't just lay there. Don't, maybe take a week off. But if you don't stay moving, you will eventually find that getting up off that chair was going to be a little bit harder. Getting up and walking up those steps is going to be a little bit harder. And I know there's so much work that has to be done on a daily and nightly basis in so many jobs, but especially in the job that I left, that sometimes you forget that your body needs a workout too. I mean, you are working out the brain, but you need to work out the body too. And some of the very basic exercises you can do is the little stretches that we talked about. And you don't have to go all the way down to the ground. But as you can go further down, and if you can touch your toes, keep on touching your toes. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Working your hips. That's important. But you don't want your hips to tighten up as you get older. So be sure to do these simple exercises every morning. All right? Circle your hips. Circle your hips. This helps, some of the exercises we do with Tai Chi and Qigong. It helps to keep the body going, right? And you can do reaches over to each side. Just pull, but not too hard, not too hard. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's try the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You feel that in here? You feel that in here? All right. And if you can do maybe 3 more, that would help. Don't forget, as you get older too, your shoulders tighten up. So you want to roll your shoulders. 4, 5. Roll them back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right? You want to roll your arms. Don't do it fast. Do it slow. Especially if you've been sitting at the desk and not moving your body in a long time. All right? Forward and back. Back. Make them smaller. Make them larger. Right? And then there's just even the swinging of your arms. And so you wake up and you really don't feel like you're awake while, getting ready for work or in your retirement. Sometimes it's good to just tap your body awake. And so you get up and you tap, full body tap. Tap all over your body to wake it up. Make the energy flow. Okay? You tap the head. See? Tap, 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 tap. Not too hard, but for those who've been doing it for a while, maybe a little bit harder. Wake up the body. Wake up the body. Wake up the body. And you find sometimes when you do this, all of a sudden you have more energy. It's like waking up the body. All right? There are various things that you can do to help yourself get rid of the brain fog and have the energy for the day. And that's one of them. All right? We've talked in past videos of even the eye exercises. Looking up and down, slowly, slowly, up and down, up and down. To your left, to your right, to your left, to your right. And then even the eye rolls, where you roll your eyes. Just gently, because you want to exercise your eye muscles, all right? And as I was saying, when you're getting up out of the bed, before you even get up in the morning, do some stretches, all right? If you have a pretty firm bed, it's a little bit easier, but even still, if you don't, try doing some stretches to wake your body up, because you don't want your body to be not awake when you put your legs over the bed and try to stand up and go down. You don't want to do that. So, do the bending over. Do not do it where it hurts. Don't do anything that hurts. Okay? Flex your ankles. Flex your ankles. Flex these muscles here. Okay? To help tighten up your knees. Make sure that the toes are straight, facing you. Okay? And that when you flex, that the back of your leg goes down to the floor. And you can do, say, maybe 10 or 20, maybe even 30 before you get up. All right? To strengthen your knees. All right? Even rub your knees. Rub your knees. Rub your body. Do your ankle circles. Because your ankles and your legs, your knees, your thighs, everything has to help you so you can get up in the morning and get ready to go. Don't neglect yourself. And I know that the department puts a lot of stress on you. It has a lot of work that you have to do, and a lot of you are working from home. And I don't want you to get on the scale and say, oh, how did I get all that weight? That's because you let yourself go. Don't want you to let yourself go, all right? I want you to consider senior games. I want you to go on YouTube, and it's not just my video, but there's a whole host of videos. There's Dr. Daniel Hoover at the School of Healing Martial Arts. He has videos out. Some of the other students, I believe, are doing some videos, as well as myself. And make sure you go for your health checks. If you don't have a regular health plan, maybe you can get something like Eastern medicine, a clinic that works with Eastern and Western medicine. There's the Village Health Center, Village Health Foundation in LA. There's SOHMA. There's others. You can check out Dr. Jonathan Lin. There's people all over that can possibly help you prevent yourself from getting sick. Plus, if you can prevent yourself from getting sick, then you won't have to worry about so much going into the hospital. All right? Make sure you get your blood pressure checked. Maybe get a blood pressure gauge where you can check and write down your blood pressure and your temperature each day, because we really, 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 really need to stay extra careful and be very, very diligent in these times to stay healthy, not just for ourselves, but for our families, our friends. There's so many people I want to see again, and I want to see you healthy. I was so looking forward to seeing Tessie again. We talked about having a meeting where we'd all get together and have lunch, maybe at the Cheesecake Factory. Not exactly my place, but some place where people could enjoy the food and camaraderie. But now when we meet, Tessie won't be there with us, at least not physically, but in our hearts, she will stay, because whatever she did, she really wanted to help each and every individual that came into her life. And again, I want to thank every one of you that have come into my life. You are very special to me. And as you know, I lost my mother in 2019. And that's an experience that nobody can really express unless you go through it. But she was a remarkable woman, and I seek to be a remarkable woman too. And one thing I think she would tell me now is to keep on with my goals and my dreams. And sometimes, you know, because of our age, we think, well, maybe I can't do that now. But you mustn't ever feel that old. You must stay young in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. And if you exercise your body, like I say, I'm up to over 100 sit-ups now, and my exercises and my weights with my legs, not walking with weights, exercising with weights on my legs, and lifting weights, but not very heavy, they're only 5 pounds. But a series of things that I do. Like I try to remember my track training. I try to remember, what was this one that Jessica and I used to do when we were working on our track. And let's see if I can do this one. That one. I always like watching football people do this one. Okay. There's one exercise where it's 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, So, Jessica, I have not forgotten what you sought to train me in, and including our lunges, turning the foot in the back, stepping out, turning the foot in the back. Also the clinic in Whitaker, the track training class that I took, was the jumping up blocks and what have you. And that was, like I said, it was in my late 60s. I still like to do some of those exercises today. And again, I encourage each and every one of you to get up off your desk and go for a walk. Do something to keep yourself active. And don't let it just be one day here and 3 days later, but each and every day. I encourage you, because if it can happen to me, it can happen to you. And I think it snuck up on me because I wasn't running and doing as everything I was doing before. And of course, you sometimes get lazy. And you mustn't do that, because there's not enough time to do what you need to do. Don't give up on yourself. I'm not giving up on you. I believe in you. I know each and every day you are getting better. So all of you guys there at the department, no, I haven't forgotten you. I hope that you're taking care of each other and taking time for each other, as well as taking time for yourself. All right? Well, I've got to go in and study, because if I don't get back to my studies, I will never get that certificate. Right?